All right, guys, I talked about this the other day. This is the most efficient way to get strong, to get shredded, to keep your performance up. And this is what I'd be doing tomorrow if I was going on holiday or if I just wanted to feel my best before preseason and just in general. So there's like three elements to this, okay? There's gonna be just general lifestyle. You're gonna have your calories, right? So your nutrition and then your training, all right? So sleep, stress, water, all these things play into it. So if you can nail all that, we're not gonna touch on that because it's basically straightforward. Training wise, 3 times a week minimum, we're gonna be training. 4 times is awesome. 3 times, the way I like to do it is full body. We're going isometrics, hitting some stuff that maybe you need to work on, right? Just to get blood flow in. Then you're gonna do some plyos, maybe a few advanced plyos. Then you're gonna do like 2 lower body strength exercises, maybe a push and pull upper body strength exercise, and then a few accessory kind of core bits. Takes you an hour and a half. As long as we're keeping our intensity high, we're lifting heavy, we're tracking our numbers, we try to beat it every week. That's gonna help you preserve muscle mass. If not, maybe increase your muscle mass depending on how good your diet is and your lifestyle is. But generally speaking, you're still gonna be strong, you're still gonna move well. It's gonna massively help you if you're trying to peak at specific times, okay? If you're training 4 times a week, I'd be doing either uppers and lower splits. I'd even sometimes, what I like to do recently with some of my guys is we'll do like a upper body, we'll do like a speed day, a lower body, then a full body after a day or two rest, okay? Awesome way to do that. Great way to train. The speed day actually kind of like potentiates what we call, it's just a fancy way of saying like it just preps you for the next day. So that's something you could do as well. This is all stuff, by the way, that I help my guys do, whether it's programming or my office athlete program. So if you have any questions, you can always ask me. Today is not about going to crazy amount of detail in the programming, just to give you the framework, right? But that's the framework I'd be using. And the key with the training is you got to remember you only are as good as what you recover from. So if you're doing a crazy amount of stuff and you're playing whatever sport you're playing outside and you're just always trying to go for runs on top of it and lifting, you're going to be broken. So chill out, reduce, less is more sometimes. From a nutrition perspective, this is the easiest way, in my opinion, to do it if you weren't counting calories, okay? You're gonna use your hand for portion control. Palm size and thickness is protein. Cup of your hand is carbs, right? So rice, pastas, bread, uncooked carbs. Okay, you can also maybe count fruit in there depending on the fruit because some fruit might have slightly higher sugar content, which is not a bad thing. We're just thinking like general calories, okay? Then you're gonna think this is gonna be, your fist is 1 portion of vegetable and or fruit, and then your thumb is fat, okay? We're not gonna worry too much about fat. If you're somebody who's using a lot of oils and butter, then you definitely need to be worried about this because you should only really be using 1 or 2 thumbs worth of oil or fat a day. And even then, most people don't, so I'd definitely cut that if you are. Portion sizes for protein, we're trying to aim for 4 palm size and thickness of your own hand a day, okay? Guy or girl, if you can do that, it's very hard to overeat protein. If it's lean cuts of protein, it's not gonna be that many calories. You're gonna stay full. It's gonna help preserve your lean muscle mass. Ideally, 185 grams of protein a day is what I need because I'm 185 centimeters tall. So normally your height is what you want to aim for grams, plus or minus 30. So for me, it's like 140, 150 or higher is a great place to be. A lot of people find that difficult. In terms of veg, unlimited, okay? You're trying to just ramp up your veg. So think like 4 minimum portions of veg, which is your own fist, on 3, 4, whatever, how many meals you want to have a day, doesn't matter. You just count in total. So think 4 protein throughout your day, at least 4 vegetable or more throughout the day. That's unlimited because again, it's very hard to overeat on fiber. It's gonna help you stay full with your protein and with your water, especially if you're sleeping well, you're gonna have less stress, which means you're probably not gonna wanna indulge and buy snacks and all that stuff, okay? Now, if we're talking carbs, realistically, depending on how much fruit you're having throughout the day, you'll probably still get a good amount of sugar in your body for your workouts and stuff. But I would probably recommend you want to have like a couple scoops, or maybe 2 or 3 max of carbs around your workout. So if you want to work out in the morning or in the afternoon and the evening, really focus on having your carbs around that workout because one, is going to help you stay kind of fueled up during, afterwards, before, all that kind of stuff, help you refuel, fill up the glycogen in your muscle, which is basically where we store the sugar and all that fancy stuff, right? But that's an easy and simple method to stay full quite often, and also to just really help yourself preserve muscle mass and maybe even put some muscle mass on while you're in a slight calorie deficit, which is gonna be where people who track are gonna have a lot more understanding of where they're at. But I'd be very surprised if somebody who had quite a bit of weight to lose and just did that didn't absolutely nail it. And this is something I spoke to with, you know, a dietitian who we used to work with. She probably still does, the Falcons, the Hawks, the Braves, Olympians in the States. You know, most nutritionists will tell you if you just keep protein high, animal protein, lean cuts of beef, super high fiber, super high veg and fruit, like it's common sense, it's just very difficult to do. So just to summarize, Your hands are the portion control. You're not gonna count your calories. Protein stays up, veg stays up, fruit stays up, carbs around your workout. Ideally not too much. Workouts, 3 minimum a week. You can have full body approaches, like I said, isos, plyos, strength work, maybe accessory work. If it's 4 times a week, there's a few different mixes. Again, everyone's different. This is why it's nice to work with a guy like me, because I can make sure it fits for you, what's realistic, your schedule, what you have in the gym, what you don't have, what you do at home, yada, yada, yada. And then as long as you're nailing, keeping your stress low, you're drinking a lot of water, and you're sleeping at least 7 to 8 hours. If you don't, your risk of injury goes through the roof, especially if you're playing a lot of sports. So that is what I'd be doing in a nutshell. And I guarantee you, if you do that for 2-3 months, 3 to 6 months, whatever it is, and you try to avoid alcohol and avoid takeaways as much as possible, I would put my house as a bet that you will definitely lose weight, and you will be a lot leaner than you ever thought if you just nail that exact framework. So very difficult to do. Another reason why some people need accountability, which is why people work with guys like me, because we have systems that help you stay consistent and improve, have that momentum. So if there's any questions that you have, anything that you want to know, hit me up. Hopefully this video helped. If you have any if you want more detail, within reason, I'll give it to you. I can't give all my secrets away. All right, peace out.